Welcome, my dear book lovers, to Mindset Mastery Hub. If you are the one who is finding difficult to take decisions to succeed in life, as the purpose of this video is to help you implement the strategies mentioned in this book to improve the decision making. In today's video, I am going to make the summary of this book, Clear Thinking, written by Shane Parrish, which has got more than 4-star ratings on Amazon with more than 1,700 positive reviews. So let's jump in. Author says, in today's fast-paced world, the ability to think clearly is very important. In this book, author offers insights into how we can enhance our cognitive abilities, make better decisions, and lead a fulfilled lives. This book emphasizes the importance of clarity in thought processes and presents practical strategies for achieving it. So without wasting much of the time, let's jump in. Clarity is power. The clearer your thoughts, the better your decisions. Here author says that in order to get the results we desire, we must do two things. First, we must create the space to reason our thoughts, feelings, and actions. And secondly, we must deliberately use that space to think clearly. Once you have mastered this skill, you will find you have an unstoppable advantage, as decisions made through clear thinking will put you in a increasingly better positions and success will only compound from there. Author says we are taught to focus on the big decisions to succeed, but the decisions that we make in an ordinary moments where we don't even realize that we are making a choice often matter more to our success than the big decisions. Example, taking a decision to buy a formal shirt or a t-shirt, or taking a decision to go to office by bus or by car on a rainy day. Author suggests one of the proven strategies to improve the decision making by journaling your thoughts daily. This practice can help organize your mind and identify patterns in your thinking. Writing down your thoughts offers several benefits. One benefit is that a written record provides information about your thought process at the time you made the decision. It makes the invisible visible. Later, when you reflect on your decisions, having that record is helpful for counteracting the distorting effects of the decisions that you have taken. You can truthfully answer questions like, what did I know at the time I made the decision, and what are the things I anticipated before taking this decision. Identifying mental heroes. Author Parrish introduces the concept of mental models or mental heroes. He explains how adapting various mental models can enhance our decision-making processes. There is no better way to learn than working directly with our heroes. The benefit of working with someone in person is that it allows for a natural back and forth more than a coaching relationship. A personal relationship also allows you to ask for the help, to reach out when you need it. Author says it's not always necessary to know your model or hero in person. Nowadays, the smartphone in your pocket provides unparalleled access to wisdom of the world's greatest minds, both in the past and present. Even if you can't speak to them directly, you can often hear them express their thoughts through interviews, speeches, and writings. Internet has made it possible where we have been able to learn directly from our heroes without any middleman. For instance, if you admire Napoleon Hill, the author of Think and Grow Rich, you can find numerous interviews where he shares his approach to decision making leadership. You can also find his other books which will help you take the decisions. The same goes for icons like Warren Buffett, Jeff Bezos, and Steve Jobs. You can listen to their podcast, videos, observe, and even read their books. Beyond just learning, you can imagine these figures as your personal board of directors, guiding you in your own decisions and goals. Visualizing their presence helps raise your standards and encourages you to align your actions with the values you admire. This process isn't about competing with them or reaching their level of success. Rather, it's about striving to be a better version of yourself every day. Imitating your mentor role models involves creating space in the moment to exercise reason and evaluate your thoughts, feelings, and possible courses of actions. Doing this will align more closely with the decision-making patterns of your models or your mental heroes. Sandbox Thinking Strategy. Author introduces the concept of Sandbox Thinking Strategy as a way to safely explore new ideas and solutions without fear of failure or criticism. Imagine a sandbox where children play. They try new things, build, knock things down, and rebuild without any real-world consequences. Author suggests that adults adopt a similar mindset when tackling complex problems or developing new ideas. By using sandbox thinking, you create a mental space where you can experiment freely, test assumptions, and explore creative approaches. This strategy encourages an open, non-judgmental approach to thinking, allowing you to make mistakes and learn from them. It's about thinking without limits and suspending judgments, which can lead to unexpected insights and innovative solutions. This approach helps people break out of conventional patterns and gain clarity, as they are not constrained by the fear of failure. Your main job is to make decisions, and the quality of your decisions determines how far and fast you will progress. If you consistently make great decisions, you will surpass those who make only good ones. However, However, no one becomes a great decision maker overnight. It takes learning from both successes and failures. Those who excel at a decision making have mastered this skill, allowing them to repeat their successes and avoid past mistakes. To improve your decision making, you must develop this ability to learn from your mistakes. Here, author gives 4 different types of decisions that affect your success. 4 different types of decisions that affect your successes are: number 1, good decision, good outcome. You earn this success, celebrate it, but don't become overconfident. Stay focused and continue refining your process. Number 2, good decisions, bad outcome. Sometimes even good decisions don't work out due to bad luck. Don't be discouraged. Learn from it and trust your process. Number 3, bad decisions, good outcome. You got lucky, but this success isn't observed and doesn't last long. Recognize the luck and improve your process, or luck may turn against you. Number 4, bad decisions, bad outcome. Here you have failed. Treat this as a wake-up call to change and improve your decision-making approach. Ultimately, a bad process won't produce good decisions consistently. While luck can sometimes lead to a good outcome, it's an unreliable for a long-term success. True success requires taking risks and learning to lead your own decision-making process with confidence and adaptability. Author says, when we are faced with decisions, we often fall into binary thinking, seeing only 2 options. Like example, launch the product or don't launch the product, or stay at the job or quit the job. Either this or that approach can limit us and may hide other potential better options. Great decisions maker know that sticking to 2 choices often means we haven't fully explored the problem. By looking deeper, we usually uncover more possibilities. Author introduces the concept of 3+ principle over binary thinking and encourages us to think beyond binary choices. Author suggests to aim to find at least 3 solutions. Adding a third option pushes us to be creative and thoroughly understand the problem. Having a third option broadens our perspective and helps us align decisions with our goals. For example, if you are thinking whether to stay in job with a tough co-worker or quit the job, but unfortunately quitting isn't an option as you don't have any other job at hand, then think about the ways to make your current job better. Could you talk to your boss, ask for a transfer, or try working from home, or you can change your office timings. This exercise helps you come up with the ideas you might not have considered in the binary thinking. Author also suggests that instead of choosing between the option X and option Y, think about the ways to combine them. For example, you can find a solution that lets you both options X and Y in some ways. By considering both the options as solution, you open up a new pathways that allows for a more flexibility and creativity. Setting the standards. Author suggests not to live life by another person's scoreboard. Don't let someone else choose your objectives in life. Take responsibility for where you are and where you are heading. Real wisdom doesn't come from chasing success, but from building character, because there is no effectiveness without discipline, and there is no discipline without character. Impact of surrounding people. Our surroundings influence us, both our physical environment and the people around us. We unconsciously become with the people we are surrounded by. If your colleagues are selfish, sooner or later you become selfish. If you hang around someone who is unkind, you will slowly become unkind. Little by little, you adopt the thoughts and feelings, the attitudes and standards of the people around you. The changes are too gradual to notice until they are too large to address. Becoming like the people around you means that over time you come to adopt their standards. If you are surrounded by the average people, you will end up with the average standards. Standards become habits, and the habit becomes outcome. Few people realize that exceptional outcomes are almost always achieved by the people with higher than average standards. Resisting the social default. To protect yourself from the influence of the social default, you decide to implement a safeguard. Example, you can form a rule for yourself. Never say yes to something important without thinking it over for a day. Practicing this safeguard isn't very enjoyable. Putting someone on hold for a day might be uncomfortable in the moment, but the long-term results of implementing these safeguards are worth it. As simple as they seem, automatic rules for common situations get results. SWOT analysis strategy. Author introduces various frameworks that can help streamline decision-making process. These frameworks serve as a guide that provides structure to thinking and reduce uncertainty. Author here gives the tip to use SWOT analysis strategy. Here, S stands for strength, W stands for weakness, O for opportunities, and T stands for threats. And therefore, evaluate the strength, weakness, opportunities and threats before making any significant decisions. Example, a company considering a new product can use SWOT analysis to assess the potential risks and rewards, leading to a more informed launch decisions. Cost-benefit analysis strategy. In the cost benefit analysis strategy, weigh the pros and cons of different options to see which provides the best outcome. Example, a businessman who wants to open a coffee shop at a particular location can do the cost benefit analysis where the businessman need to find out the advantages of starting the business at a particular location and also need to list down all the disadvantages starting the coffee shop business at that particular location, and also come up with the third option of doing this business. And now give some days for your mind to analyze the situation and clear your mind to take the right decision. Dear viewers, the top 3 takeaways from this book are: number 1, clarity is fundamental. Prioritize clear thinking in decision making to avoid pitfalls. Number 2, simplify complexity. Break down problems into manageable parts for better analysis. And finally, the third key takeaway is use frameworks. Implement the decision making frameworks like Sandbox Thinking strategy, SWOT analysis framework, cost benefit analysis framework to guide your thought processes. Dear viewers, the best quote from this book, Clear Thinking, is: if you do what everyone else does, you will get the same results everyone else gets. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, make sure to stay connected to learn more tips on mastering your decision making ability. If you are watching this video on YouTube, then subscribe to my channel, and if you are watching this video on Facebook or LinkedIn, follow me for more contents like this. And let's continue learning and growing together and be a part of Mindset Mastery Hub. Thank you, and see you very soon with a new book next week.